Hello and welcome to the Land and Property Diary. I am your host, Naomi Mbuvi. Now leo tuko hapa Kikuyu and want to find out why is this area one of the fastest growing satellite towns in the Nairobi Metropolis. So we're talking to James, who will give us insights regarding this area, that is Kikuyu, Gikambura and Thogoto, to find out why it's in demand. James, karibu sana.
Asante.
I am totally impressed by how Kikuyu town has grown. What's so good about this area?
So Kikuyu is a very interesting area. It's very vast, number one. Watu hawajui hivyo. Watu wanajua Kikuyu town, a small town that people think of about Kikuyu. Kikuyu as a sub-county, kitambo ilikuwa Kikuyu and Kabete. They were one, so they were separated. So Kikuyu ideally starts from Getaru, coming to Gikambura all the way to Nashu and part of Ndeya. So you will find Kikuyu is a very interesting town. We have the most expensive side, that is Thogoto, which is a bit pricey, or through the Ondire Road. Those sides are a bit pricey, so you'll find most people settled there. The old people mostly live there. Then there is this area that starts from Southern Bypass, that is Gikambura. You come to an area called Nairobi Ndogo. There is a lot of modern houses and young people living there. And all the way to Ndeya, where you will find people are settling right now.
So what is so attractive then about Kikuyu town and even Gikambura, you know, Thogoto and the likes?
Number one is infrastructure. All the infrastructure in this area has been sorted out, so that is very attractive. Secondly is the realization that this area has become so cosmopolitan. People used to identify Kikuyu with only Kikuyus living there. So right now the area is so cosmopolitan, and every tribe can be able to live in this area. The other thing obviously is the weather. There is good weather and there is a very good environment. I usually say Kikuyu is probably the new Karen. What people see as Karen is exactly the same kind of environment, and with proper infrastructure, I think the area has become so attractive for people to be able to settle. Also, you see this Southern Bypass and Western Bypass are now totally complete. So you can be living in Kikuyu and working on Thika Road via Roaka and that bypass. So you can be living in Kikuyu and you use the Southern Bypass to Mombasa Road. So mtu anafanya job industrial area, it's so comfortable for them to live in Kikuyu.
And has the population growth then determined or affected the pricing of land here?
Obviously with population, you'll find population brings demand on land. And as you know, land is a scarce commodity, so it does not increase or expand. So obviously the prices have gone up. So I'll give you a good example in two areas or three areas. We'll start with Gikambura. Gikambura was probably 3-4 years ago, you'd find, let's go to a 50 by 100, it was probably going for 1.6, 1.5 million. Right now in Gikambura, the average pricing is between 3 million to 5 million, depending on proximity from tarmac. The area of Nairobi Ndogo, it was as low as 800,000 before the Thogoto-Tarakwa road was done, which was completed in sometime in 2020. And now an average price for a plot in Nairobi Ndogo is between 3.5 to 5 million also, depending on the proximity. If you go to this area of Kamango, just the other day the prices were even as low as 300,000 for a 50 by 100. Right now the average price of land in Kamango is 1 million to probably 2.5 million for a 50 by 100. So it's changing the price, and it's changing the price fast.
So sasa nani ananunua mashamba hapa? Who is buying land and for what use?
Majorly it's the Nairobians are buying land in this place. The reason is the accessibility is so good and they can comfortably be able to live here. So you'll find majority of the customers that are coming to Kikuyu are young people, averagely 30 to 40. Most of them are in the corporate world. You'll find majority want to own a home. So the affordability of the land compared to different markets, like for example, what we have talked about, the area in Kamango, at least you can get a plot for 1 million shillings. Somebody will come and buy a plot, and then they can build a decent home. So those are the major clients. Also, if you check, most of them are working around Nairobi, not necessarily within Nairobi, but around Nairobi. So given what I have talked about, the accessibility through different routes, one can comfortably work along Mombasa Road and live in Kikuyu. You can comfortably work in Westlands, Girigiri, you can work in Thika Road, and still you'll be able to come home in Kikuyu.
So let's talk about the anticipated trends or the growth in the near future. What do you think this area will look like?
What I anticipate in Kikuyu, it will be the new Eastern Bypass, it will be the new Kiambu Road in a very short time.
Advice to anyone wanting to invest, in this beautiful space?
Be aware that there is a place that is still affordable and accessible and has all the amenities, water and electricity, and the infrastructure is so good. So this is the best time to invest. This is the right time to invest in Kikuyu. Do your research, come visit this area, and you will find what is happening. Take your time. The mindset that is there ni ati mashamba iliisha Kikuyu. Mashamba ni mingi Kikuyu, and there is still an opportunity for one to invest in this place.
All right, you've heard about Kikuyu, Thogoto, Gikambura and the likes. Let me take a short break. When we come back, we're on Info Hub.